Hey guys and gals, Mama Bear here with Daily Dash of Life. I had someone request, or a couple of people request, that I make the letter L, and here it is. If you need the written pattern, I have the small, medium, and large pattern on my website, DailyDashofLife.com. For today's tutorial, I will be working on just the medium size. Today's supplies, you'll need some scissors, get a tapestry needle, today I'm using a 5mm hook, some stitch markers that are optional, and your yarn, of course. As I mentioned before, I do have the patterns for the small, medium, and large on my website. Today I will just be working with the medium. This letter L is going to come out to about 4 inches by 2 inches. 4 inches this way and 2 inches this way. To get started, go ahead and create a slip knot. If you don't know how to create a slip knot, you can go to my Introduction to Crochet Volume 1 video to see how to do that. For my foundation chain, I'm going to chain 9. That's 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9.
I'm going to single crochet in the second chain from the hook and in the remaining 7 chains across. Here's my second chain from the hook, but I'm going to be using the ridges in the back. So I'm going to skip the first ridge, move on to my second ridge, and single crochet there. I do this because I like the look that it gives when I'm done with my work. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're not used to this, it might take some practice. 6, 7, and that is going to give us a total of 8 single crochet across. There we go. Chain 1 and turn my work. Row 2 says single crochet and 8 single crochet. That's actually for rows 2 through 4. So go ahead and crochet your 8 across for rows 2, 3, and 4, and I'll get back with you when you're done with that. You may have already realized that this is a very beginner-friendly pattern. I'm coming to the end of my row 4. Do the last stitch of the row, then chain 1 and turn your work. Rows 5 through 16 say to single crochet across 4 single crochet, then chain 1 and turn. After row 16, fasten off and weave in all ends. So when I turn my work right here, I'm going to single crochet across 4 single crochet. That was my first one. This is the second one, third, and fourth. Chain 1, turn. This is, I just completed row 5. This is row 6, and I'm only going to do 4. Chain 1, turn my work. This is row 7, and I'm going to continue to do this, just the 4 single crochet across, all the way until row 16. And I'll meet you back here after row 16. I'm on my last row, row 16. And if you lose your count, you can always use a stitch marker and just move it up each time you do a row, just so you could keep your count. Or you can put a stitch marker at the end of each row so that you can just count the stitch markers as you go. My last single crochet of the row. Grab your scissors, do a little snip snip, get your tapestry needle. Now just pull this through all the way, and what I do is I grab my yarn and I bend it over the eye of the tapestry needle, pinch it as tight as I can, and then push it through my tapestry needle. Grab and pull through. And it's through. Now I'm going to grab my tapestry needle and go through the side stitches, pull it through to the back, the wrong side of your work. Tighten this, but tighten it enough to where it creates the corner and nothing more. You don't want it to buckle like this, and then your L comes out looking like that. You want the corner to look like a corner. I mean, if you want a rounded look, totally up to you. That's what you prefer. But I want the corner to be more crisp than that. So I pinch my work and I only pull it so far. Then when I'm ready, I will weave in my ends, go this way, into this direction. I don't go all the way to the end. Pull it through. And then I'm going to skip this loop right here, go over that loop, and then go back under the loops you already went through. Pull your yarn through. Tug it, but also get everything back into place again. And as you tug, get as close to the yarn as you can without actually cutting your work. And then manipulate your work so that the yarn gets tucked back under your stitch. Then do the same for this end. Bend your yarn over the eye. Push that bend through the eye. And I'm going to have my work right facing. Push your tapestry needle into the side of your work and through the back of your work to the wrong side. And I'm going to create this line right here. Again, I don't want to pull so tight that this buckles too much. I just want it to be lined up with the edge of the L that I have created. Working with the wrong side, I'm going to push through and back behind my stitches. Pull and pinch the end of your work so that you don't end up pulling too much and buckling the side of your work. Then turn. Again, skip the first loop and go over that one. Then go under your next stitches. Go across, but don't go all the way out the side of your work. You want to fall short of that. Then pull your work through. Oops. I didn't have my yarn long enough. That's an easy fix though. Pull this back out. What I do with this is I put my tapestry needle through, bend my work, push it back through, Get this to about right here so that I have that like that, and then pull that back through. See, easy fix. Again, tug your work a little bit so that when you're ready to cut, you can cut, and then that work can go underneath your stitch. And there you have your L. You can get yourself some ribbon, which is optional. This is just a spool of ribbon in white, and this is 1/8 inch that I used for this. And I've also used this ribbon. You could get them in different colors, gray, whatever you prefer. And this one is a 1/4 inch. I use this one as well. Now, if you want to change sizes, again, I have the patterns in small, medium, and large. You can do the small, medium, and large patterns, of course. You can also use a looser stitch, a tighter stitch. You can also use a different size hook. That will also change the size of your letter. So keep that in mind. And then if you're going to be doing a name or so, try to keep your tension the same throughout the process so that everything comes out right. I did this one with a looser tension, and then I did this one with a tighter tension, and you can see how they're slightly different, although they're still the medium with the 5mm hook. If I did this in a size 6mm hook, that would come out even bigger. So keep that in mind. For those of you who are interested, I do have the letter I and letter J coming out soon, another letter J. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And as you can see, this medium-sized M, although I did it with a looser stitch and it did come out slightly bigger than this, it's still not as big as this one. And this one is proportioned for the large, and this is proportioned for the medium. This is proportioned for the small. Alrighty, I hope this video was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Toodles!